there have been a lot of bloodthirsty leaders that killed a lot of people. Like Genghis Khan killed 40 to 60 million people. And there are a lot of other leaders that for power killed a lot of people. Most of it was for wealth and land. But we have one leader here that tops everybody. This guy's name is Leopold II, King of Belgium. First, we have to go back to the 19th century, and this is when the Europeans thought to themselves that we can steal a lot of land all over the world. They went into Africa and basically split it up like a piece of cake. They would draw fake borders, take over land for no reason, and they would create fake countries. They took over 90% of Africa. I wish they only took over this place. They would draw fake borders and split up people for no reason. And Belgium was just beginning to form at this time, and Leopold II was the king of it. He thought to himself that the whole European nations are taking over Africa. What about Belgium? I also want a piece. Leopold read a lot about the Congo and knew what kind of a land it is, and that is why he sent a bunch of spies to get news on what is going on over there. These spies had another mission as well. They were told by the king to go to all the villages and find the ones that want to help Belgium and make them sign a contract. They went into the Congo and got the signature of 450 leaders of villages. And the contract allowed Belgium to use their land. These poor people had no idea what kind of a contract they're signing. The Belgian people slowly conquered Congo and basically started to own the land. And 5 years later, meaning in 1885, Leopold announced that the Congo belongs to Belgium. A land that's 20 times the land of Belgium, and 20 million people live in there. Leopold said, "I don't have any time to waste. Every person from the Congo is my slave, and anything I say has to get done." He created an army with the Congo people against the Congo people. The army's job was to appoint the people to work for the king, so the king does not get angry. In 1887, the situation in the Congo got way worse because John Dunlop invented the modern tire, and for this tire, they needed natural rubber. Where do you get natural rubber? In the Congo's jungles. It's good to know that the Congo has the most natural rubber in the world. Just like we said, Leopold II did not waste any time. As soon as he saw that natural rubber is hot because of John Dunlop, he told all the slaves, and you know the slaves as in the Congo people, he told all the slaves to go to the jungles and day and night collect all the natural rubber they can. The king told the army he created with the Congo people to tell every man available that they have to work for the king. They would go into the villages, and if the king said all the men have to work, they would also add their own rule, and they would rape the women of the village. Some of the Congo people would get pissed off and go damage the natural rubber trees, so they can't harvest from it. All those people would get arrested by the Congo army and get executed. This style is still available. To control some people, you have to use their own people. Before execution, they would even cut the hands of those people off. Basically, people that would damage the trees or the peoples that would refuse to do work, and there was always a pile of hands in the villages. It eventually got so bad that the Congo people accepted and started to work, and that was for nothing. They would not even feed these people properly. They were always hungry and working day and night. But unlike the Congo, the king was building Belgium very well. All types of buildings and industrial buildings. And that was all thanks to the Congo people. In the 19th century, the world kinda opened up, and journalists all over the world would write about the things Leopold II was doing. Mark Twain would even say, "What is this guy doing to the Congo people?" Or one of the first African American journalists in the world, named George Washington Williams, said everything he could in 1890. He wrote, "Leopold II, King of Belgium, is a thief, murderer, a slave owner, no mercy," and his regime rose to power by killing and hurting other people. Slowly, all over the world, people started to talk about this, and they would ask Leopold what he's doing over there. What kind of a slavery is this? At least feed the slaves some food. But the people that would write these were just journalists or lawyers or other people, and they didn't really have the power to go against a king of an empire, especially then, since journalism was very weak. The people said so much stuff that eventually in 1908, after 18 years, when Mark Twain said his first thing about Leopold, Leopold accepted to give the Congo back to its original owners and to say it doesn't belong to us anymore. After Leopold said that the Congo doesn't belong to Belgium anymore, the Belgian government, instead of asking him what the heck are you doing, they also celebrated what he did. They gifted him 50 million francs. And because of the brave thing you just did, this is your gift. 1 year later, meaning in 1909, Leopold II dies. But after Leopold II dies, the people show that they did not like him either. And when they were carrying his casket throughout the streets, the people would even boo. If you've seen our video about the most evil dictators of all time, this guy is part of the list. In 29 years, he kills 15 million people in the Congo. If you remember, before Leopold II dies, he said the Congo doesn't belong to us anymore. You think they let go of the Congo that easily? No, they never let go of it. And they kept them as a colony until the 1960s. And that is when the independence happens and Patrice Lumumba became the first prime minister of the Congo. But it seems like he didn't want to help Belgium in any way, and that is why in a few months he got assassinated. Until today, the Congo has not seen the light of the day. Dictator after dictator takes over. They either kill him or they resign him. After natural rubber wasn't a thing anymore, oil took over in the Congo. And right now, the 28th biggest oil exporter in the world is the Congo. But this country is not very well. It doesn't even have a proper road system. They say in the Congo, compared to its population, has the least amount of road in the world, and the people have to ride in roads like this. A normal country in the world, for every 1 million person, it needs to have 2,250 kilometers worth of roads. But this number for the Congo is only 35 kilometers. Please let us know what you think about Leopold, a person that was king for 44 years and even his own people hated him.